Today this is the first lecture or the first session of environmental management and cleaner production. Okay, this is the first session. So today we need to do some arrangements like making the groups and all before starting the session. Before starting the session, we have to create some groups for the future work purposes. So let me put here the group representative from IM. It is Takshila, if I'm not mistaken. Just let me know if you are not the representative, and if any other, just let me know. And Ishar would be the food process. And who is from manufacturing? Who is from manufacturing? Manufacturing representative. Is she there? Manufacturing. Yes. So you three have some work today, not to say just now. You have to provide me the active student list. Okay, student list. Active one. Okay, because I have to do some grouping. So you have to provide the active student lists separately for IM, food process technology, and manufacturing. Okay, active student list. So this is important for me. Okay, so this one is not a big issue for 3 of batch representatives. So please help me with this information, and this is the help you are giving for the entire batch, okay, of your IM and FPT manufacturing. Okay, good. So before starting, I wish you good luck for the semester 6. It's like a promotion for you without doing industrial exposure 6 months. So you embarked into the final semester. Anyway, it has a lot of positive aspects as well. So consider this as an opportunity, because your senior batch just finished semester 6 and you are just trailing them. Yeah, just trailing them by only by 6 months, maybe not 1 year. I believe so, because after this semester, even you can look for employments while undergoing industrial training. Okay, so let me look into this subject. We will inquire a bit about this subject before embarking into the contents. Okay. The title of the subject here environmental management and cleaner production. Okay, so here you can see environmental management and another component, cleaner production. Okay, environmental management and another segment we call cleaner production. Okay, so there is a connectivity. There is a connectivity. Anyway, let me separate this two. Environmental management and cleaner production. Okay, two things. Let's see. Two things. Cleaner production. Okay, cleaner production. It may be related to, okay, cleaner production related to, let's say, industry. Okay, manufacturing, even services. Later, I will explain you what industry means, what manufacturing, what services are. So, all these are related to business and enterprises. Enterprises. Business and enterprises. Okay, I hope you can have a little understanding and imagination of this. Okay, little understanding and imagination of this. Yeah. So cleaner production related to industry, manufacturing, services in business and enterprises. Okay, and even there can be organizations related to this as well. Okay, here the two keywords, cleaner. They are using the word cleaner. Okay, so later we will understand this. And then another keyword here, production. Okay, cleaner production. And of course, you can feel that when it comes to production and cleaner production, now, if you think of this, so let me go for a new slide. Cleaner production. This has technology signal interruption is always there. Even this telecom landlines, still we experience the signal interruptions. So I'm using two lines, one mobile and one using the router, but both are getting interruptions. So there are technology aspects because it's related to production. Scientific aspects, okay? There are scientific aspects. If I combine these two, science and technology is one of the aspects in cleaner production. Okay, science and technology, it's related to science and technology. Okay, so these are the aspects. Okay, science and technology aspects. So other than that, even there can be operational, strategic, and managerial, or let's say management aspects. There are a lot. Okay, there are a lot. So operational, strategic, and management aspects. So let me, so today going to be your first session. So operational, strategic, and management aspects. Okay. Other than that, there are policy and regulatory. Later you will learn all aspects. Policy and regulatory aspects. Okay. So let me simplify this. Science and technology aspects, I will simplify this as, how to say, technology. Yeah. Science and technology, I will simplify this as technology aspects. Operational, strategic, and management, I will simplify this as management. Okay. Even policy and regulatory aspects. So these are also I will put under management. Okay, management. Okay, and also there are technology, management, and okay, policy and regulatory also I will put into. Okay, again I'm experienced the same issue badly. Sure. This mouse and keyboard both stuck. So anyway, how to do this? Okay, just listen to me. Just listen to me. So policy and regulatory also I will put under managerial or the management aspects. Okay, Buddha. So you have to learn about technology. Okay, you have to learn about management. Yeah. Okay. So there the environmental management also comes. And you have to learn about policies. Okay. Technology, management, policies, and also other than that, there are humanities aspects. There are humanities aspects. Okay. Technology, management, policy level, and humanities. So humanities consider it is not belongs to technology, also not belongs to management, but this technology and management students should should learn the humanities aspect in cleaner production. Okay, humanities. Of course, it is no need to say there is obviously environmental aspects. Okay, also there are social aspects. Okay, also there are economic aspects. Okay, so social, economic, environmental aspects. Also there are sustainability aspects. Okay, so you will be learning about environment, you will be learning about social, economic, environmental, sustainability. You will be learning about related technologies, also related operational, strategic, and managerial aspects. And you will be learning about policies, the government. There are policies, maybe for environmental management. There are policies for cleaner productions, and you have to learn about this all. Okay, so other than this, what we need as a knowledge for you is not just to memorize this and sit for the exams and take a grade for your GPA, whatever. Not that. That is a basic, the simple part of that. But out of learning this subject, you will get a certain maturity for you to perform in your jobs. Also, certain maturity for you to have a sustainable life. Also for you to support the society to improve the sustainability. Okay, so there are so many things. So that is the basis of this. And when it comes to environment, you have to learn a lot, because industries, those are something like processes, industrial processes. Let's say, if you think of transport industry, it's an industry. Okay, there are processes, and they are using energy, resources, and there are waste emissions. Even food is an industry. So in food industry, food processing, food manufacturing, there are resources, energy, involvements, and as the output, you will get the food products. Other than the outputs, there may be wastes, emissions. Okay, so wastes and emissions are costs to the environment. Also, all these processes, no matter those are service oriented like transportation, healthcare also you consider as an industry, huh? Or even the other manufacturing sector, there are a lot of industries. So all these industries are receiving resources and then produce something. We call that the product output, we call it products. And at the same time, not all the resources are fully used for this total productivity, which means productivity, it is impossible to have 100%. It is impossible, but improving the productivity is part of our processes as well. So you have to talk about this as well. So greener technologies. Huh? We will be learning about greening or the green jobs. We will learn. Also greening the industries, we will be learning. Greening means eco-friendly. Okay, there is a shorter term, a simpler term for using. Instead of being eco-friendly, it's green. There are green technologies, there are green jobs. We can improve the green nature of all the industries and processes. So that is in short the environmental management and cleaner production. And that is associated, that associates with the industries. Okay. I have this problem of moving this cursor. Yeah, so I'm really helpless. Somehow I don't know what to do. Again, I'm facing the issues. I cannot change the slides. Okay, but the mic is on and the record is ongoing. So I cannot do any changes here. So I'm just talking only. It's okay, but hopefully for the coming sessions, we will have no such disturbances. Okay, Bhutana? Yeah. So that is the knowledge part. So there is a purpose of this, as I mentioned to you. Yeah, keep it in mind that this is not just for passing the exams, but for you to, okay, utilize this knowledge for the goodness and betterment, for your future, your business, your enterprise, your growth of your business, and also contribution, okay, to contribute for the society as a knowledgeable, professional, and knowledgeable entrepreneur. Okay, so one more aspect here is the innovation aspects, because innovation aspects, natural innovation will come into place when you talk about this subject. Okay, and also I'm just talking only because I cannot share the slides or anything. Yeah, so and other than that, you have to have some special, how to say, untold knowledge. There are untold knowledge. There are untold stories, stories untold to you. You can know this and you can be quite matured and you can get this subject into fingertips. Fingertips can fingertips you know everything. Okay. So it's like summarize. You can have this subject into fingertips by knowing some special pieces of knowledge which may not be in the books. Okay, I believe you can hear me. I cannot judge anything when I cannot see the mic responding to this. Yeah. So today anyway, we will not be doing the class that long because I cannot share the slides with you. Can you hear me, Putana? I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So leisurely listen to me, Putana, today. So for the exam wise, you have to answer this semester after the end of this module. You have to face an exam. It's a 3-hour paper and this is a 4-credit module. And in the exam, you may have to answer. Generally, in my practice, I give only 4 questions to answer. I'm not troubling you, but for the continuous assessments, I will give you some very important assessments. And also these continuous assessments, you can see the stuffs in the continuous assessments in the exams as well. Okay, in the exams as well. So finally, the bottom line of this subject is to improve ourselves. To improve ourselves, Sudha. Anyway, this is a subject, okay? Environmental management and cleaner production. Happen to be a subject to you, happen to be a subject to me, but this is beyond the words and the books, Sudha. You have to practice this, okay? You have to practice this. When to practice, how to practice, why to practice, what to practice, where to practice, okay? How to practice, you will learn everything, okay? You will learn everything in this module. And of course, there is a syllabus. There is a syllabus for this. So we will be covering the scope of the syllabus, and we are going something beyond the syllabus as well, because this syllabus is quite, how to say, 7-8 years old syllabus. Okay, 7-8 years old syllabus. And you can see, now we are in the era of fourth industrial revolution. We call 4G, 4I or something, fourth industrial revolution. Okay, fourth generation. So environmental management and cleaner production, the scopes change by this time compared to the earlier time. So even the learning objectives, there can be differences. That's why we have to move little beyond the syllabus. Okay, we have to move little beyond the syllabus. Okay, so cleaner production. Cleaner production. Let's see. I'm asking a question from you. Okay, let's say a very simple one. Clean production. Okay, in the food industry, let's say you are making bread, you are a baker. Assume you are a baker, bread maker. Okay, and daily, if you have some waste of bakery items, maybe quality rejects, or maybe surplus of productions, or maybe daily returns from the market. So all consider what waste. What waste? Of course, those happen to be waste because it became not sellable. The product quality, and you are producing too much, and those become wasted. Okay. One way you think it's a loss for the business. True. Isn't it a loss for the environment? Yes. This lost, the waste of this bakery items or the bread, let's say, you use the same material, raw material, maybe wheat flour and the other things, okay, butter or whatever, the raw material, the ingredients, all, even for the wasted food items, you are using the same quality raw material. So wasting food or your bakery products means your raw material were not fully utilized for commercial purposes. I hope you can understand. So your bakery industry has a question of cleaner production, because not to say it is dust free or anything, but you have not fully utilized your resources, your raw material, not fully utilized for the customer's use or for the consumer's use or for the consumer's benefit. So if your industry has returns, more returns, your production is not cleaner. May not because it is your technology issue, but it's an operational issue. You produce more, your demand is less. Okay, you have a surplus, nothing to do. Okay, maybe you do something else. Maybe you reuse or recycle. There are some bakery products as well. So you will find the waste, but those are maybe the byproducts. Those are maybe the byproducts, not the major products. So in these industries, other than your products, there can be byproducts. Even in petroleum-like industries, you are producing maybe for petrol vehicles, you produce petrol. For diesel vehicles, diesel. And there are other byproducts from petroleum industry. We call the heavy diesel, also consider byproduct, heavy diesels. You can use in power generation for big engines maybe. And also tar, tar කියලා කියන්නේ. Yeah, also can be considered as byproducts. Also there can be emissions. So in your bakery industry, if you use maybe LP gas or firewood, you can see emissions. Okay, you can see emissions. If you are using firewood, maybe some dust, ash and all. Also there can be energy losses. See, so you have to consider raw material and energy to use in most effective and efficient ways to assure that you are getting only what you need. If you need to get bread only, you have to get bread. Otherwise, you need to reuse the return breads and you have to reproduce something else. Okay, that's why. So these are also aspects of cleaner production. One example, let's say in your bakery, if you have a huge store of flour, if you bought for 1 year, one time, it is not possible because those quality has shelf life. Sometimes you have to throw away raw material. because those are expired, the quality is no more there. So then throwing away raw material also, it violates cleaner production. Can you understand? Your bakery may be, the facility may be fully clean, no dust, but your production is not green enough. You are throwing away your raw materials. You are throwing away sometimes the good products because you don't have that market for that day. Understand, Putana? So that's how you should understand clean production. Doesn't means it is dust free and the neat and the clean environment. That is part of that. Your inventory, your raw material storage, quality of incoming goods, okay, quality of your products also matter. Let's say if your bread, nutritious wise, not very good, okay, nutritious wise, not very good. Samahala pumbala dini pangedi, yeah. So you are supplying not the standard quality bread. So consumers, ordinary people buy this. They eat this low quality bread and they become what? They become malnourished. Mandaposhani කියන එක. Or they can be sick. See how we can extend the cleaner production for a bakery industry. Put understand? That's why. So in your mind, imagine this bakery process, bread making process, incoming raw materials. You are using energy as well, maybe firewood or LP gas or whatever. The process is there. You have the product, okay? You have the byproducts and you have the wastes. Waste can be in terms of solid waste, and also there can be energy waste. Also there can be emissions like carbon dioxide, okay? Those have grave environmental issues related to global warming and all. Cleaner production, okay? And let's see, the other thing is even your raw material, if this is coming from faraway countries, to get that raw material flour, okay, that consumes a lot of energy for transportation, okay, transportation. Maybe flour mill in Prima, okay, this may be a food example, food process technology, Prima. So the ships are bringing in the wheat, okay, and then they produce flour, and then they transport this to your bakery and for other bakeries, and you produce it. You transport it to the retail shops or to the doorsteps. You can see the supply chain. Supply chain has cleaner production aspects, has cleaner production issues. When you improve the supply chain, that will be a value chain. Okay, so you have to learn about supply chains and value chains when it comes to cleaner production. Okay, and also the in the supply chain for transportation, burning of fuel to drive the vehicles creates carbon emissions. Baking create carbon emissions. So carbon emissions are matter. That's why for every industry, it is good to have, we call it a carbon footprint. Okay, carbon footprint. Later we will learn about this. So this is simple bread making industry. Okay, same. If you are managing this, okay, if you are managing this industry, maybe IM students, You have to have a very good knowledge about cleaner production aspects. Now you know that cleaner production doesn't mean dust free. If you add for the bread a little nutritious value, it's an enhancement of cleaner production. Maybe a high quality nutritious bread. Maybe improve your health. I don't know, for bread really. Yeah, there can be other food items. Improve your immunity, your health. And it is good for the well-being. Okay. Sicknesses are issues. That's why the health and well-being. So food industry is very sensitive because health and well-being is connected with food industry. Okay, Bhutala? There are other aspects as well. Okay, let's say food industry. There are a lot of food are being wasted. Vegetables, fruits, okay, some dried items, fresh items daily. In upper class homes, food waste is almost 30 to 50%. You may have data. Even in Colombo municipality, there are 700 tons daily coming out to the streets as waste. Out of this waste, most are short term. Biodegradable means those are food waste. 7 tons, let's say 80% means over 700 tons. Let's say over 80% means 600 tons of food wasted daily. What is that? Those violates cleaner production. So this one says that cleaner production is not only production, not only manufacturing, not only industrial. There should be operational, strategic, policy, and regulatory aspects. I think IM students, they know about this. Okay. So manufacturing and food, they can produce. But IM, yeah, they have to be mindful on these things as well. Look into supply chains, value chains, and all. And all should be measurable. Improving cleaner production qualities in industries, important, and those should be measurable. Okay, Bhutana, this is very interesting. So, subject is quite, not to say difficult, but it is very important to build an interest for this subject, because knowledge of this subject really helps the society. Really helps the society. And let me share with you one aspect. If you think of food, let's say vegetables, even in Sri Lanka, vegetable production is enough for the country, maybe enough, marginally enough maybe. Rich people, they have different class of vegetables, maybe organic types, quite expensive, they pay high prices. And the ordinary people go to this weekly fairs, Polakian, they buy this Nuareli and all the vegetables full of what? Chemicals and pesticides. Recently, there is a news that Sri Lankan food are highly what? Toxic because of the usage of chemicals. So we are eating toxic foods. Yeah. So what is that? Growing vegetables, agriculture, it's an industry related to the production. You are using weedicides, valnashak, pesticides, kruminashak, and you are damaging the soil, the ecosystems. Okay, and people are eating these poisons. Their water, drinking water is polluted. Not to say polluted, become toxins. People get sick, kidney diseases, everything. No one there to look into this. And Sri Lanka become a very helpless nation. Why? No policies, no regulations, no PHIs too. Of course, they are there to check the corona, but no PHI is looking for the quality of vegetables, how toxic the vegetables are. So no agriculture inspectors checking those. Even the farmer, they have no options. They are doing the same toxin, the heavy toxic they are using for their vegetables. So even they become sick because of using of chemicals, administering chemicals for the vegetables. Finally, whole society becomes sick. Okay. See the issues all related to cleaner production. So cleaner production is a very huge basket. You can have entire thing of industry, agriculture, even trade, shipping, airline industries, health sector, all can be put into the same basket. Okay, cleaner production. So technology aspects, operational, strategic, policies, regulatory aspects. We need to have solutions. We need to have answers. For those, we need to be innovative. We have to be creative. We have to think forward. We have to think about the environment. That's why cleaner production goes hand to hand with environment. So when it comes to our hands with cleaner production, it is environmental management. How we can minimize the negative impacts to environment while engaging in production activities. When you assure the cleaner environment, your production is cleaner. When you assure the greener environment, your production is eco-friendly or greener. Okay, so this is very basic things. You just listen to that, you will get something, and I will upload this video so that you can listen to this. Okay, so today format all changed because of this technical issue. So lucky you, the mic is on. Mic එක on නේද පුතාලා ඇහෙනවද? Yeah. So one more thing. How can you define environment? Can you define environment? Can you define environment? Now there are different environments. Example, for digital technologies, there can be environments. There can be infrastructures. For businesses, there can be business environment. There can be business ecosystems. Okay? And when it comes to, let's say, social media, they have their own environment. But of course, those are environment true. But here, in environmental management and cleaner production, the environment means what? We are living in this environment. Not only living in, we are living on this environment. We are breathing. Okay, we have to breathe good quality air is coming from this environment. We have to drink good quality water is coming from this environment. We have to eat nutritious and good quality fruit coming from this environment. We have to eat good quality veggies, rice, and all coming from this environment. Okay, this environment feeds us. Let us live. Let us breathe. This environment gives us the warmness, the required warmness. Also, this environment gives us a conducive climate to live. Okay, so we are the environment. Not to say we are part of the environment. We are the environment. Even these printed books, the papers, the raw material, the trees, we are getting from the environment. The water cycle, the carbon cycle, there are other cycles of this nature's resources. Environment makes it. Water purification. Today, water in your toilet, in another day, maybe after a long time going through this water cycle, it will be in our glass as pure water. Who is doing this? The mother nature, the environment is doing this. Okay? Environment is doing this. Environment is everything. We are walking along the roads, along the footpaths. What are these? It's our environment as well. Children are playing. Okay? Farmers are growing vegetables. Where are these? Part of the environment. Some people going for fishing in the seas, the fishermen. That is marine environment. Okay? Birds are living. Other animals and creatures are living. They are part of us. What is that? That's also environment. So it is very difficult to define environment, but we can appreciate, we can value the environment. Okay? And it is something, it is us really. Environment is very caring. It's caring us like motherly caring. Okay? You can blame the environment, but environment is not blaming us. Sometimes you are blaming the weather, but rain brings the crops. Sometimes you are blaming the climates, but the sun and the rain both brings the crops to you. Okay, for your food. Yeah. So everything is nature. Technology means only the simulation or adapting physically part of that nature we call technology. So technology is also environment. Okay, and people learn a lot from environment. Even this Newton's law, Sir Isaac Newton, he found the gravitational laws of attraction just looking at falling of an apple while he is sitting leisurely in a park. See, environmental helps for knowledge. That's why there are people, they are not like you as going to graduate from the universities, but they have this knowledge. Yeah. So they are better than the graduates. Steve Jobs, one of the great inventors. University dropouts, but one of the great people on this earth. Not because of his inventions, but they have great philosophies. They are philosophers as well. They are great human beings. And the environment teaches us. Society is part of the environment. Okay? Society is part of the environment. Yeah. And remember, environment is not to make money. Some people cut trees. Some people do the business with the environment. Environment is not for the deals. If you are going to make deals with the environment, you will be the loser. That's happened today. Industries, they are making deals with the environment and the nature fired back. So we have corona now. Global warming we have. Climate changes we have. Water scarcities we have. Water pollutions we have. Air pollutions we have. If you damage the environment, if you pollute the environment, if you harm the environment, which means you are harming yourself, you are damaging yourself, you are polluting yourself. So this basic understanding of environment should be naturally within you. Should be naturally within you. Okay? When you drink a glass of water, you should thank the environment. The best healing fluid on the earth is water. If you have the right water, you will not get any sicknesses. Okay? But don't do business with water. Now people do water business as well. See? So everything become upside down. Okay? Everything become upside down. Yeah. That's why. So we have the issues. We have the issues. Yeah. Even to buy bread, you have to walk maybe 200 meters, just 5 minutes walk. Still you are taking a three-wheeler or a bike, motorbike. You are burning petrol. Yeah. It's a cost for you, but you become so lazy. Yeah. And a cost for the environment, emissions. Yes. And you are bringing the bread. Yes. So that's why. So in day-to-day activities even, you have to have some balances in lifestyles to be more conducive, more agreeable with the nature and environment. Okay? Even I can remember when I was in the university canteen. In our university, one very senior academic. So that day, it was a rainy day. He blamed the nature. How he blamed? The nature. Nature he insulted as Kala Gunaya. Imagine that senior academic. He insulted the nature as Kala Gunaya. The day he mentioned that, I know that he is a very low class, even though he has academic qualification, he is a low class guy. How can he blame the environment? He doesn't know environment, he doesn't know nature. The students who are learning from him, do you think they will learn for the the goodness, everything. No, they will learn how to make money and how to do something and even do the deals with the environment. That's why. So you have to learn those. If you protect environment, means you are being protected. Okay. Of course, if we talk about these things, we can talk even hours and hours. So we no need to talk, Buddha. Just understand, just feel what environment means. So today is the day one of the class. Okay, today is the day one of the class. So every lesson, we must have something to carry within, to implement, to practice, to share. Okay, it's not a memory, but you will be qualitative day by day. That is what we are expecting from the subjects. The bottom line, your knowledge should be practical, should be usable for total goodness for you, for the society, and for the environment. Okay, so you are the environment. If I say you are the earth, you cannot say no. If I say you are the soil, can you say no if I say you are the soil? කන බත් ටික කොහෙන්ද එන්නේ? From the soil. බොන වතුර ටික through the soil. Even when you pass urine, goes to the soil. Okay? You are drinking back the purified water from the soil. You are the soil, part of that. We can justify it. That's why. So never ever insult the mother nature. Never ever insult. Or even, okay, you cannot blame the mother nature. Gahak galagatunat, you cannot scold. They are even long before you are born. Okay? The Mother Earth is here for us to live. Okay? Don't simply spit on the earth. We have to have that gratitude. ඉස්සර කාලේ මිනිස්සු එහෙම. තේරුණානේ? නිකන් ඔය ආවට ගියාට පාරේ කිල පොදක්වත් ගහන්නේ. If they happen to do so, they excuse themselves. Even for you to walk. ඇවිදලා යන්න හරි. The earth is bearing us. පොළොව මහ පොළොව තමයි අපිව දරාගෙන ඉන්නේ. So don't take it for granted. නිකන් ආවට ගියාට ඒක ගණන් ගන්න එපා. So you have to have a great respect, great gratitude. You feel it. When you are under the shade of a tree, you feel good. Because tree is you. It's part of that, part of you. Okay? Even after we are leaving this earth, we will go as soil maybe. Yeah. So that's why. So you have to have a very good understanding of this. Okay? You have to have very good understanding. So here I don't want you to learn this as a separate, unique subject. Okay? You are learning something and you are blending it with your natural understanding of environment. Okay, you are blending it with natural understanding with your environment. Okay, understanding of your environment, that is very important. So your attitudes very important for this subject. Your attitude extremely important. So, and when you understand these things, you will be more simple, down to earth, very knowledgeable people. Your capacity will be improving. Capacity develop. You will be very humble, knowledgeable, wise people. That's how you have to groom up. Okay? And yet you should be proud. Okay? Proud of you. But you can be humble and very wise. Okay, very knowledgeable, very productive, very productive. Yeah, productive. Productive is not only for the production. So today lesson is just an approach for this. It is different because I couldn't do the share with you the PowerPoint knowledge because of the technical issues. Now you have a sense of what clean production means. So that is one thing you have learned. The other thing, you have a sense, a little sense of what environment means. You cannot define environment. Don't go and define environment. That is not possible. But try to understand, appreciate, and pay your gratitude to the environment, to the nature. Okay, that is what you can do. So I will not ask what is environment, what is environmental management. There can be definitions too. Definitions are very narrow concepts and ideas to guide the very narrow people, very narrow people. Like nowadays, university students. University students are very narrow-minded. How, why I would say everywhere in the world it's the same. So they need the definitions. Why narrow-minded? O level, you go to tuition class. A levels, you go to tuition class. Your interactions with your environment, the society is very little. Then you come to the university, your world is still limited. You are learning the subjects. Subjects. Subjects are partly right, not fully. Your subject modules, the contents are partly useful, not fully. The balance you have to search, how to make this knowledge useful and workable. That's why. For half-baked people, there are definitions, but through the definition, you can see a depth where you can find some useful and workable knowledge. There may not be equations, okay? Even there may not be words, but you have something valued. So anyway, this is the 6th semester I consider, even though this is 5th semester for you, because you are learning 6th semester contents here now. Yeah, so that's why. So very important, you should come to this class. If you come to this class daily, daily you will bring something back for you. Okay, that is what we need. Okay, daily you will gain something. There are wonderful things in this subject associated with this subject. It is quite live, and I will assure that this will be useful, workable, worthwhile, and this will groom you to the fullest when you are graduating. So I will assure that. So going back to the beginning, technology aspects are there, management aspects are there, policy and regulatory aspects are there. We will be learning those as well, but those are not limited to this. Example, today lecture, even though no slides, yeah, you will gain something. That is the untold knowledge. We have to learn the untold knowledge. So starting today, okay, at least respect to the nature, respect to the earth, even, yes, when you walk on the ground, have a respect. And you know that health wise also, barefoot walk is better than walking by wearing slippers and shoes. Sapattu සෙරෙප්පු දාගෙන ඇවිදිනවට වැඩිය සපත්තු සෙරෙප්පු නැතුව ඇවිදින එක සෞඛ්‍යයට හොඳයි කියලා අහලා තියෙනවා. Also, did you know that? පන්සලකට යනකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? සෙරෙප්පු ගලවලා යන්නේ, සපත්තු ගල. You are respecting. So perhaps If you can have a walk with no shoes and slippers, at least 10 minutes a day, barefooted walk, respecting the earth, you will get the returns. You will get the returns. Okay? Your wisdom will grow. You will get untold knowledge and experiences. And I'm very sure you will be healthy as well. Okay? Yes, why not? Yeah, you can try. සමහර කට්ටිය හිතන්නේ කො සෙරපු දැන් නැති කිව්වොත් අයියෝ හරි ලැජ්ජයි සපත් දෙකක් දැම්මොත් තවත් හොඳයි කියලා. But the best is barefooted walk. It is proven. It respects the earth, the mother nature. We are born not to wear the shoes or slippers. We are born just to walk barefooted. Of course, I can say so, but even I'm wearing the shoes, no choice, but this happened to be the society. But you are supposed to bring the changes. I'm not asking you to go barefooted, but you have to have at least right understanding, even though you are not doing the right things. At least to have some right understandings. So you appreciate. Okay, you appreciate. That's a point for to appreciate if someone sees going barefooted. Yes. Understand, Putala? So that's all for today. So environmental management, lot of things to learn, lot of material to share with you. Even I'm going to share with you some videos, because when we do Zoom, okay, when we do Zoom, there are Zoom videos automatically recorded, but I don't know how to do this today. So those will be shared. So lessons are different from the previous sessions. So today is very disappointing because of this keypad and the mouse all stuck. So Putala, how many students are there now at this time? I cannot see anything. ළමයි කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද ක්ලාස් එකේ මේ වෙලාවේ? Takshi?
67, sir.
67. So good, Puta, but I cannot feel it because I cannot see anything because they start. Anyway, this is today's lesson. So I believe you got something. And one more thing I have to share with you. When we learn environmental management and cleaner production as a useful and workable piece of knowledge, means you are applying this, means the society get benefited. Okay, so you have to have a very generous mindset. That is your capacity building. You are learning this for others, you know. You are learning this for others. So this has a very generous feature with this subject. So your attitude should be very good. So you are thinking of the others, irrespective of the creatures. You are learning this for the betterment of the entire society and nature. And you are the young adults, and of course you are leading the country tomorrow. Okay, we are old, yeah. So you will be taking over. So we want you to be much better than our generations. Our generation එකේ ඉන්නේ කවුද? If you think of a politician, most of them are corrupted. Okay, or the low grade, low quality characters. Okay, you have nothing to learn from our generation. You can learn only the bad things. I'm not negative, but this is the fact. Even you are learning something, it is merely a book knowledge and it won't be that helpful. So that's why there are untold stories and knowledge. Okay, you have to explore those. And you have to appreciate those. You have to practice those. And you have to move forward yourself. Don't expect much from our generation. But there are, but very rare. So you can expect only little book knowledge and all. That's all. I'm not undermining our generation, but our generation is, and also the previous generations, all are responsible for the problems in the society. Problem in the sense our environment getting daily ruined. Okay, peace. When it comes to peace, we have issues. When it comes to prosperity, we have issues. Environment, we have issues. Economy, we have issues. All we have issues because it's a problem of us. Okay, us means not you really, but the previous generation. So at least your time, this needs changes. So we believe that you are on this earth to solve these problems. Okay, you are on this mother earth, especially in Sri Lanka, to help Sri Lanka to become, how to say, a prosperous nation. Okay, prosperous doesn't mean we need the so-called advanced technologies and the industries, no need. But of course, there are necessary industries we need. Example, dairy industry, we are importing a lot. Agriculture, we are importing a lot. Okay. So even health sector, we don't have enough productions. So even good quality foods, we are not up to the world class standards. So we become substandards because of our own faults. රටේ මිනිස්සු ගොඩක් රටට ණය වෙලාම අන්තිමට රටෙන් මියදෙනවා. ඕකයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. So ණය නැතිව රටට වැඩක් කරලා so you should feel a very proud citizen. So you have to move forward and no guides for you because very limited success stories you can find from Sri Lanka. Even the rich people, you can see, they just import the things, sell the things, they take the commissions. That's all. No very good entrepreneurs. Very limited entrepreneurs, really. But there are business people. Business doesn't mean you are really social, economic, and environmental friendly. They just make money only. Making money is not a big deal. Life is quite different. Life is valued, and life is only one time. Of course, you may have afterlives, but life is now, present. Right now is the life. So make use of this. Okay, make use of this. Feel happy, feel proud, feel good, and move forward with exploring the untold knowledge. Okay, book knowledge, anyway, you can gain it, but that is not enough. Okay, innovations all very important. So that's all, Putal, I believe, for today. I cannot do anything. But we managed to discuss something. So one of the things I mentioned to you, other than this, is the business or industry process. There are inputs and outputs. Outputs can be products, byproducts, waste, emissions, pollutants maybe. Okay. Inputs, there can be raw material, energy, and of course human resources, very important. So you may have business processes, you have industrial processes, you have manufacturing processes, all are associated with clean production. And clean production linked to environmental management as well. And finally, this subject is part of, okay, is part of bringing the prosperity to the nation, bringing good innovations, new technologies, all part of this subject, Buddha, I believe. Hello? Hello? Oh, oh, hello. Hello. Oh, that's also. Let me stop the class, Putana, now, and good luck to you all. See you next Monday. So today, anyway, we managed to do the first session. So I have a message to the three representative of the three batches: food, industrial management, and manufacturing. Please send me the list, student lists, because I have to send you special learning material, some in video form, some in PowerPoint forms for you to go through. Okay, for you to go through. So this time we have a lot of videos and all. So later I will share with you slowly, bit by bit. So the bottom line is we are learning something very useful, and it gives a value for your timing and all. Hello. Obda. Hello. Oh, Kian. Sorry. Uta, that's all. So let me stop the class now. I don't know how to. I cannot end the session, but you can end the session by your side, maybe at your sides. So this will automatically. I'm going to restart this. Okay, Butala. So that's all. So
Okay, sir.
Thank
yeah,
you,
so
sir.
yeah, I cannot do anything. So you have to end the session so you can leave the class. So I'm going to disconnect the signal so that uh, this will be recorded. I have no choice. So take care, all of you all. So don't worry. So we will move forward. That's all. So take it easy. Don't worry about the exams at all. You will get super higher marks. Yeah, just try to understand the subject. Bye then. Bye. I'm going to disconnect the signals. Okay. Take care, all of you.